Hello, good morning, welcome to Choices. This is your darling program, Choices, where we talk about the choices we make in life. I'm yours sincerely, Chirele, here taking up on this special edition. It's a special Easter edition. Happy Easter to you all out there who are watching and who are yet to watch. I want to say it's a wonderful period. It's a good season. Everywhere is quiet, and we're all looking forward to a better Nigeria tomorrow. Yes, last week I talked about a special edition on our sister Osinachi Nwachukwu, and I gave my experience with her and her husband sometime in May 2019, when I invited her for a program in my fellowship, Sisters Fellowship International, while I was one of the presidents here in Abuja, Nigeria. Here today I want to talk about, so many people have said so much about it. Since last week, it's been making news, Osinachi, Peter Nwachukwu. And I really want to say thank you to Pastor Paul Enenche, who was able to debunk so many of the things that people were saying by coming up to say what he knows. And I know very well, like I said last week, that I know very well that the Enenche has zero tolerance to abuse. And I also want to say that so many people who had encounters are not actually talking. The ones who really had direct encounter are not really coming out to say exactly what they had. Some are saying it under, some can't come to social media because so many news is on the social media. The ones that are real, the ones that are not real. But I know of a thing. Everybody is talking about domestic abuse. Domestic abuse. It took away the life of our sister. It's a choice, okay? I say it's a choice because you need to actually decide to leave at any point in time. To live or to die happen to be a choice you ought to make. You don't need to wait for anybody to decide that for you. Unfortunately, our sister Osinachi is cooling off in a mortuary, waiting for the autopsy. The whole world is waiting for the autopsy, and maybe after that they will talk about what next to do, when to bury her and where to bury her. But may her soul rest in perfect peace. Actually, I know she made heaven by the mercies of God, if for nothing, because of her peaceful nature, because of her worship, because of her service to this God. She was a wonderful worshiper. And like everybody will say, the world goes on, life goes on. So it's now left for you and I who are alive. What will be our end? Where do we want to spend our eternity? After all this blabbing, after all this hearing, oh, Osinachi this, Osinachi that, Peter this, Peter that, what is it making out for you? How are you preparing your own eternity? Are you planning to go at age 42? Are you planning to go at age 30? Because so many people are going through abuse. It's not necessarily domestic abuse. It's not necessarily physical abuse. Some are going through emotion touches. So many people are emotionally abused. So many people are abused psychologically at work. Somebody is working for you. You are busy bad-mouthing the person, telling things. So many people have attempted so cause of one abuse or the other. Some are not just abused by a husband. Some are not abused by a wife. Some are abused by just colleagues. Some are abused by their bosses. Some are abused by the society, not knowing anything about them. One of the reasons why Osinachi died. Oh, I don't want the people to see me as a divorcee. I don't want people to say, oh, she's divorced, so they cannot invite her to a program, like people are saying in social media. But I want to correct one thing here. Peter Nwachukwu was never a minister in Dunamis Church. Never a minister. He was just a number in the church. He was not even identified with a department like his wife is known in the choir department. So it's not about Peter Nwachukwu. There is a lot of Peter Nwachukwu. There are a lot of them out there. Search yourself. There's talking and saying things on social media, posting and telling the world, oh, this man is a beast, oh, this man is demon, this man is that. Have you searched yourself? Is there no atom of Peter in you? If you can find any atom of Peter in you, maybe you're not physically abusing the person. Maybe you're not emotionally abusing the person. Maybe you are abusing somebody by destroying the person's psyche. You're making somebody go mad. Oh, you are a fool. Come on, you didn't do it well. Your secretary did something. Look at you, a foolish man or a foolish woman. You cannot type once and get it right. You dehumane the person. You make the person feel less than he or she is. You are part of Peter Nwachukwu. I want to tell us today, do not just be a judge when you have not judged yourself. Or you are a husband or a wife who is cheating on your spouse. You are busy going out after one girl or the other, or going out after one man or the other. You are killing your own spouse. You are also having a Peter Nwachukwu in you. So many people are going through so much stress. Like somebody was telling us in confidence, Peter used to give Osinachi 6,000 naira to take care of the house in a month. Meanwhile, this girl makes all the money. Who are you in your own home? Who are you where you are? Are you sure you're not the type that decides, oh, in this month, this money has come in. Maybe salaries of both parties in the house is 200,000, 400,000, and you decided to give the woman 10,000 naira to manage the house. Or you, the woman, decide to give your housekeeper 10,000 naira to manage the house. You are also a Peter Nwachukwu. Yes, I want to tell you, you are also Peter Nwachukwu. You need to change. You need to begin to tell yourself that simple truth. Change begins with me. So many of us are just there blabbing and blabbing and blabbing. Meanwhile, you are worse than the man. It's just that your own news is not outside. So I want us to know that abuse is not in any way tolerated or to be tolerated in any form. Nobody should accept abuse from anybody. Wherever you see abuse, please expose it. If some of us were privy to most of the things that we know after this lady is being killed or is in the mortuary, maybe we would have helped salvage the situation. I know personally I tried, but she refused to speak. But there are people who have been speaking about, she told me this, she told me that. If she was generous enough to have mentioned to you that her husband gives her 6,000 naira in a month to manage the house, it was an alarming sign that you would have brought out. I don't blame the son who is speaking now because he said, oh, he was afraid the father could also have killed him. So that's why he couldn't even speak out when that man pushed the woman out of a moving vehicle. Just to make sure that he punishes her for nothing. So many of us are doing that. You decide your wife should climb Okada, or your husband should climb Okada or go by foot. Then you cruise the car and go away. So many women do it. So many men do it, especially when the person sees himself or herself as the person who is, in quotes, the breadwinner of the house. That's not correct. Where is the love of God in your heart? Was there anything called love that brought you people together in the first place? If there was anything called love that ever brought you together, where has that love gone to? You know, when people talk about this Osinachi and Peter, I look at it and say, was there anything like love from the beginning? Or was it that from the word go, the man saw a star in her and decided to just grab her and say, okay, as a businessman that he is, let him just see if he can just pick up this woman and use her and be milking her. But I believe that people want to nurture what gives them money. So why didn't this man nurture her? Why was he trying to make sure she died and then everything would be cut off? When I heard that one of the reasons why he hit her was because he wanted her YouTube channel password and she refused. That was why he hit her to that state of unconsciousness. People who saw her on Friday in the hospital, Friday early hours of the noon, said that she was okay, she was speaking, she discussed with them. So what now happened between the time they left the hospital and that 5 p.m. that this man began to call that she died? It calls for concern. Don't close your eyes to anything that is wrong. If people from her department went to the hospital on a Thursday to visit her, and the man told them, you cannot see her, you are a crowd, why did he not say, okay, 2 people come in and greet her? He couldn't do that. He only said they should all go away. And why would they all go away? Why didn't he raise alarm? It's a danger sign. Anyway, this edition is just to help somebody out there who is thinking, I don't want people to talk. I don't want to be the topic of discussion anywhere. If you die, you become the topic of discussion like Osinachi. So make sure that you are going to talk. Make sure you open your mouth and speak. Confide in, there are people growing up were taught in the school, secondary school, that there are people you do not lie to. Number 1, yourself. Number 2, your doctor. Number 3, your pastor. Number 4, your lawyer. These 4 people, you must tell the truth. Yourself, your pastor, your doctor, your lawyer. So wherever you have these ones, please try and confide in somebody. Make sure you open your mouth. Abuse is abuse. If your spouse is abusing you emotionally, making you feel less than you are, telling you he's the best thing or she's the best thing that happened to you after sliced bread, oh my dear, watch it. It's a danger sign. Because you need to know who you are dealing with per time. Emotional stress can go on and on and on and on and kill you. Not necessarily when somebody comes physically to slap you and beat you down. No. When somebody is dealing with your heart could fail you. Maybe the person goes out, does what he or she wants anytime, and comes back when he or she wants. It affects you. It can drive you crazy. Speak out. If you can't discuss it with him or her, speak out to your pastor, your doctor, your lawyer. They will know how to handle it. They are professionals. Or you look out for some of us who are doing this unpaid job of counseling. Come look for us. We will counsel you. If need be, we can reach him or her and counsel him or her. I'm not particularly talking about male or female now because everybody could be abused. Anybody could be abused, a man or a woman. So it depends on who you are with per time. So it's very, very key that you understand that abuse is not acceptable anywhere, no matter where or who you are. We are not talking about, it's something that does not affect your life. No, it affects your life and it kills you. So for you not to die, it's better you open your mouth and speak. And speak to the right channels. Unfortunately, maybe a few persons that Osinachi spoke to were also, I don't even know, maybe I should call it cowardice, because you can't tell me such a thing. I know that once she mentioned to me, Oketibo Inaka, I pressured her to speak to me. Tell me what you mean. And she avoided me till she died. So if there are people that said, she told me, or in your presence, like her her producer that said that he saw the man slap her inside of his studio. Oh no. He wouldn't go scot-free slapping a woman in my presence, or a woman slapping her husband in my presence. He wouldn't go scot-free. We need to get to the root of it. So my beloved listeners, watchers, I want you to know that this special edition is to encourage you to open up. Speak when it's time to speak. Do not keep quiet and die in silence. Some of you might not die, but you will remain in penury for life. Bondage. Marriage is to be enjoyed, not to be endured. You need to enjoy your marriage. If you marry that your friend, and suddenly that your friend is no longer being friendly, find out what is the reason. You know, people have been writing all sorts of things, making a lot of news that we are only looking at the part that the man beat her, that probably she was this or she was that. I said, sorry for the person who is writing such a thing. There's no amount of provocation that should lead to anybody physically abusing his spouse. Have you ever asked yourself, by the time you finish beating this woman, later you will tap her and say, come, I still want to have sex with you. Are you mad? Does it go down well? How would you think of it? Are you looking at her from which eyes? Where are you looking after you have beaten the person up? Or some of the women that do this nonsense with their husband and then you still want him to muzzle up his emotion to come and stay with you and make love to you. It's not possible. Except you say the marriage is over. Then you go in peace. But so many of us are just like, we don't even behave like animals. The lion knows how to guide his lioness. I think most of us are better like monkeys. A monkey will be with his wife and hears a sound of a stone. He jumps out and forgets the woman. Woman, take care of yourself. Maybe some people can be called monkeys who behave like that. You should be able to, at least at all times, protect that which belongs to you. Protect him, protect her. Show them that you are there. Somebody said, Osinachi's mother said that Osinachi told her, Mommy, is for better, for worse. Well, I don't blame the mother too much, but I know that the woman that gave birth to me wouldn't have ever heard such a thing and kept quiet. That I have a first child, second child, no coming to greet me, no coming to take care of me as a mother because the man says he does not want you there. No, the woman that gave birth to me wouldn't tolerate that, and I would not tolerate it from any son-in-law too. So, people are saying, oh, the family, the family. Well, no matter what, I feel that there is more to what happened to her than what we are saying and what happened to the family. All these revelations now that they are speaking out, the family would have spoken out earlier since they knew their daughter was in danger if there was nothing like an African magic that was involved. But I want to thank God that in all and in all, her soul is resting. I believe that so much. So I want us to know that when you're hearing about abuse, please don't keep your mouth shut. When the person tells you, like her twin sister says, she will kneel down and beg her, please do not tell senior pastor. That is wrong. The twin sister now is regretting. Because the best thing would have been, let me tell the senior pastor, we will quarrel, later we will settle. I told you not to tell him. Yes, but I had to tell you because I need you to be alive. Let nobody tell you, please keep my secret. And you know that that secret is life-threatening and you are accepting to keep that kind of secret. It is not worth it. That secret is not worth keeping. Tell the person, I've heard you. Go ahead and tell the right people. Not people that will mock her. People that will help her. Or people that will help the man. So many people will say, I don't know who to talk to. If I say it now, I will become the topic of the day. Yes, now, become the topic of the day, but be alive. Be alive. Please and please, let nobody abuse you. It's just like the people who are abusing people on social media. They go out there and they say all manner of things. They label people the names they are not, call them names, and begin to tarnish their image and tell people. Some people will think of, oh, let me go and kill myself. If you kill yourself, that will not stop the thing they've sent on social media. In the next 1 year, Facebook will return it back and say, reminder. Or in the next 3, 4 years, 7 years, they'll still bring it up. And then your name will be remembered again for the same nonsense that you should have been alive to defend. It's better you live than to die. We all know it that a dead lion means nothing where a living dog is. Because a living dog is better than a dead lion. So why don't you just live and fulfill your days? Oh, it's the will of God. Let her just go and rest. Who says? Everything you say is the will of God. When the Bible makes it very clear to us that he said that we will not see the grave till a ripe old age. He also said that with long life, I will satisfy you. So why are we not talking about? He said, I will not leave you nor forsake you. That's the word of God. He cannot leave us or forsake us. Christ took away our premature death that we may live. This is Easter special because Christ died and resurrected and went to Hades and collected the keys of life and death. So he has given you power that you may live and live well. So if anything rises up like from abuse to cut you short, you don't allow it by keeping quiet. Please speak out. Speak out. Tell yourself, I cannot keep quiet any longer. You know, so many people said that she was praying that the man would change. Why? Because she didn't want people to laugh at her. Who will laugh at you? If they laugh for 1 week, they stop. Highest 1 month. But you will be alive to be able to tell the story. I know of somebody who took a walk. After so much abuses, the man will abuse her and abuse her. Then suddenly one day she just woke up and told herself, enough of this before I die. And she took a walk. And by the time she took a walk, it took the man about 2 years to realize that he made a mistake. When he was coming back, she was like, I'm not sure this coming back is not to come back and destroy my life completely. It was all about jealousy. It was all about him feeling inferior to the woman. For crying out loud, if you think that your woman is up there and you are yet to catch up with her, you don't need to kill her. All you need to know is she willing to help you, to pull you up? If she is truly a wife and you have a cordial relationship, I'm sure she will want to pull you up. Vice versa with a man. When you were getting married to somebody, maybe you have your BSc, BA, or whatever, MSc, you're already a graduate, and you decide to go for somebody who just finished secondary school and didn't have maybe finances to further his or her education, or maybe the person finally found himself doing one diploma course or an NCE course just to help himself to a point. Because of finance, the person could not get to the level he wanted to get to. But you know this person, and both of you fell in love, and you think you want to marry him or her. There shouldn't be envy and jealousy from the person down. When you felt, okay, let me marry this person. For example, a man that is not a graduate, marrying a graduate. You knew it from beginning, except you're a gold digger who is just looking for, well, let me just dig this gold and go away. But if you're not a gold digger and you marry such a woman, you owe yourself humility to tell yourself, this woman is somewhere up above me in this realm, and she is willing to be humble. Because for her to even accept you means that she's a humble woman. So all you need to do is walk with her and see how you can be helped so you can get up to where she is. Not by envying her, not by thinking of how to kill her, not by thinking of how to carry her sweat and go away and then follow another woman. It's a no. Or a woman that is down and then your husband is up there, he has been able to pull you up, to give you a name. to make you get the certificate you didn't get from your father's house. And then probably he also helped to get you a wonderful job that is even paying better than his own. That does not call for you to trample on his head. Remember, without him, you had nothing. If we can have such women who will understand that my husband is my strength, he has been there for me, he has pulled me up to this level, then your home will be sweet. But if the man senses that you are beginning to make him feel inferior, that is when he will begin to feel bad, and then abuse begin to come in. I am in no way accepting abuse, zero tolerance to abuse. But at the same time, I want to advise us, men, women, wherever you are at the time, however you find yourself in that relationship, let that thing that brought you people together from the first time be kept alive. There was something both of you saw in each other that you said, I think I can spend my life with this person. I think I can do it with this person. And then you hold on to it tenaciously. Keep nurturing that thing. Don't let that thing fall down. That's the reason why when I counsel, I tell you, your foundation must be founded on the rock, Jesus Christ. Your foundation must be firm in the Lord. If you're not keeping your foundation on Christ, if it's on beauty, beauty will fail. If it's on academics, it could fail. If it's on finances, it will fail. If it's on your business, it will fail. If it's on parents-in-law and sisters-in-law, brothers-in-law, they will fail you. Because a time will come, everybody will feel you are old enough to take care of yourself. Your family should stand as a family. So you should be able to stand. Let something keep you standing. And that thing that will keep you standing is only one thing, that particular foundation both of you built. If your foundation is not correct, you cannot find yourself being away from abuse, either physically or emotionally or psychologically. You want to do something, he's not able to support you, she's not able to support you, psychological issue comes. You want to be yourself, you cannot, because somebody is telling you you can't do this, you can't do that. Like the case of Osinachi, she would have gone very far from where she got to. Because when she was coming up, so many people were calling her in different areas. I personally invited her for a program. The man almost messed it up. He asked me who and who are ministering there. So he needed to know who and who were there to know how much he was going to charge. And then when I told him she was going to be on the flyer, he accepted the program. At the end of the day, he still did not allow her come until 6 p.m. for a program of 3 o'clock. And all and all and all and all. So many of us, you tie your life around each other, but let it be positively tied. If it's on the negative like that of Osinachi, please untie, untie, untie. If you don't know how to untie, speak to your pastor, speak to your imam, speak to your spiritual head, speak to your lawyer, speak to your doctor, so you can be detangled from that toxic relationship. Why am I saying this? I have read a lot in the last 1 week concerning this abuse. People saying what they want to say, people saying realities, people exaggerating things. But I want you to know of a truth. Abuse is in almost every home. One way or the other, you may not know you are doing it. That thing that you have been doing, it must be my way. It must go my way. A woman wants it to go her way in the house. And the man is struggling to make sure we don't quarrel. The man is saying, this is how it must be. I am the man of the house. The man of the house. And it must be my way. That is an abuse. Abuse of privilege. Abuse of relationship. Abuse of the person's trust and obedience and humility. That is the thing. So do not think abuse that we're talking about is only about slap me, I slap you, or beat me, like somebody was dragging a lady's hair in one of the videos that went viral, dragging her head and was kicking her in the name of husband and wife. For crying out loud, what marriage is that? That is not a marriage. These men that do this, I beg you, please, go out there and look for guys. There are so many guys that their blood is so hot outside that are looking for somebody to box. Go and box each other there. If you survive and come back, your wife will use hot water and press your body. Don't use your wife to learn how to beat, how to punch anything. It's wrong. A woman should not be a punching bag for any reason. Then a man should not be trampled upon by the woman for any reason. That is my counsel. Don't say, oh, because I am the one giving him food, I buy him trousers, I buy him his shoes. Without me, he has no clothes. Yes, without you, he has no clothes. Not because he cannot wear clothes. If you say you don't give to him, other people might give him better ones. In case he does not have a family. He has friends that could give him. So he's humble, trying to be nice with you in the house, doing everything with you just to make you happy, and you are abusing him. My dear, you are not just abusing yourself. You're not just abusing the man, you're abusing yourself. People look at you and say, see this one, she's riding on her husband. When you come out on the street and you're shouting your husband's name as if he's your houseboy, you're talking to him anyhow, as if he is your houseboy. You are abusing him. Try and make sure that everything you do it with moderation. Love one another. That is the most important thing. Try and check your life and see what is it that is that abuse I am doing against my spouse, even against your children. Imagine Osinachi's son talking about the father would have killed him if he had ever spoken out. Imagine the account of Dr. Polenenche, that the children come to greet him after every service, and when they leave, the man will ask the children, what did you tell daddy? Don't you know that the man was planning his thing from beginning? I think I joined the people that say there was never a time he loved that lady. I think he only wanted her because he saw her ministering, since the account says that they met while he was where she went for ministration. And you know, there are so many people who fake this word, pastor. I am a pastor. Ladies, don't be discouraged, don't be deceived by that word, pastor, minister. It's a lie. So many of them were not called. If you see a pastor that is called, you know he's called. The oil of God is all over him. The favor of God is all over him. The peace of God is all over him. So do not be deceived by, he's a man of God. He's so gentle. When you enter into the gentleman's house, you know if he's a gentleman or a gentle lion. Somebody in his house that is the lion of the tribe of his house. So do not be deceived. Do not feel, oh, what do I do? It is all about this particular thing I want to do. No, please change your mindset. You that is yet to be married, marriage is sweet. Don't be discouraged. Marriage is very sweet, but you must shine your eye, open your eye, talk to yourself, talk to God, and then watch out, who is this man that you are giving your life to? Who is he? Where is he coming from? Somebody came out and said he's the elder brother of Peter Nwachukwu, and they've not seen him for 20 years. For crying out loud, Osinachi's marriage was not up to 20 years. And on another page, his wife, the same man's wife, said the last time she saw the man was at their wedding about 15 years ago. So you can imagine that. So many stories are coming out. We do not even know the one that is real. But all I know that is real is that Peter Nwachukwu was an abuser. That's one thing I know, because I had an encounter with Osinachi and Peter Nwachukwu in 2019, May, for a program I was to do in June. So please do not accept anybody telling you, just marry him, he will change, or marry her, she will change. No, it's not possible. When somebody wants to marry a girl and the girl is telling you, I cannot cook, you asked her to visit, and she visited and she told you, oh, can we go and eat out? It's a sign. Or she enters your house and she does not see any need to reorganize what is not properly organized. It's another sign. If you tolerate it now, you tolerate it forever. Don't start beating her tomorrow that she cannot keep your house clean. She cannot cook food. She gave you the sign from beginning. Or she tells you, I want to go and do my nail, and where I do my own nails, they charge just for my fingernails. I can do it for 10,000. Then both toes and hand is 20,000. If you tolerate it from day one, you will tolerate it forever. The same thing goes to you, a woman. If you come to a man and you are together, and your brother or your cousin calls you, you answer, hello, my brother, how are you? And he's frowning. Or the next thing you say, who is that person? It's a sign. Be careful. Because it means that the man is jealous. Or you tell him that, hi, they gave me a bonus at work today. I am about getting something at work. They said they are going to be giving me a brand new laptop. Let me not even say a car. And you're talking, he pretends he's not hearing you. The next thing, say, honey, sweetie, sugar, whatever you call him. Did you hear what I said? He said, It's a sign that he's going to be very jealous of you, of your progress tomorrow. So watch it. If whatever you say is your progress is affecting your spouse, be very careful. It's a very, very serious sign. If you're not yet married, please go over that relationship again and decide if you are getting married or not. Please do not just say, oh, my mates have finished getting married, let me get married. If you want to get married because others have gotten married, you might also run into Peter Nwachukwu. But if you want to get married to your real husband, you need to still shine your eye and tell yourself, even when it is looking as if it's late, my calendar with God does not say it's late. So that is the reason why you must watch and be careful. Shine your eye is the point. You must be very, very, very careful to know what you are doing and how you are doing it per time. No relationship must end in disaster. All your relationship must not end in disaster. All relationship must not end in a marriage. Some relationships are good just to remain there. He's my friend, I'm her friend. Some are to snowball into marriage. But before it snowballs into marriage, please be sure you know who you are dealing with. Is he worth it? Is she worth it? Does she really have the qualities I want? Does he really have the qualities I want? Number one quality is to know God. And once both of you know God, please let that be your guide. Hear you the word of God on your own. Don't let anybody tell you, prophesy, I prophesy, and they say. Most of these things have misled people. So hear for yourself. If you can take time and study the word of God, take time, fast and pray. God will speak to you. You don't need a third party to confirm to you something you are in. If you don't have the conviction inside of your heart, do not go in. Be convinced yourself before you will now wait for an external confirmation. If you are not convinced as a person, do not be pushed. There's nothing about age. Age is just a number. So whatever it will take for you to make it better and happier for yourself, please go ahead and do it. Do not say, let me manage. Osinachi said, let her manage. She had entered. That's what she told me. I'm not saying what she told others. She told me, Abanye gonum. I told her, no, it's not to be tolerated. Explain to me, and she could not. So, example of such things is death. So, if you have seen a relationship that is toxic, be careful, run away. There's nothing about, oh, let me manage. In case you have made the mistake of going ahead to get pregnant before time for the man, and you still feel that he is not the right person, run away. And that's the worst thing any woman will do to herself. Let me get pregnant, at least that will facilitate him getting to marry me. You are only running into hell. You're facilitating into death, because that man will never appreciate you. Most times, the men that get you pregnant first before marrying you do not appreciate you. They see you as the same person that any other person could have touched. So it's always best to know what to do with any man. And any woman that comes to meet you as a man, just flooding herself all around you, telling you she's not giving you breathing space, every day she's coming to your house to come and stylishly monitor you, stylishly cook for you, just to make sure that you decide to marry her. Please be careful. Watch very well if there is a character that is being hidden, because most times such a case, the person hides the real her only to come and be showing you the other side of her. The day you take her to see your parents or to see your siblings or your aunties or your uncles, they begin to see those silent things that you may not see because of the word, I love her. You must love yourself first and know what is the truth. Don't go into a relationship that you are not sure of and make it a permanent relationship. Thank you so much. It's a special Easter edition, and I tagged it special Easter edition because I know that so many of us are going through one abuse or the other. Like I said, the abuse of psychological abuse, emotional abuse. I'm not talking about physical abuse, domestic abuse that I'm talking about. No. So many people are going through physical abuse, yes. Some are going through emotional abuse in their relationship. Some are going through psychological abuse by their bosses, by their colleagues, by their parents, even by ordinary friends. You will see two girlfriends that somebody say, you did not come to see me. Yeah. And she will now make you feel less than you are. Run away from that toxic relationship. It's a two-way thing. She wants you, you want her, both of you are friends. But anything about, why did you do this without telling me? They promoted you, you've not called me first to tell me. Okay, your husband is coming, you didn't even let me know. Be careful. Oh boy, you got a business that you did not tell me about. How come? Why you no tell me first now? Be careful, he's not too happy for you. Do the things that will give you joy. Be with somebody that is happy for you genuinely, who will see your progress and say, yes, for real, you are genuine. Please, somebody that will see something that is happening to you and tell you, I'm happy for you, thumbs up, and want to do things to help it. Not to say, that way you did it, you didn't do it right, though. And everybody's applauding you, but he is telling you, or she is telling you, you didn't do it right. Anyway, if you had told me, I would have helped you do it better. They say, that person is only trying to bring your morale down, so run away from it. It's all a part of abuse. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on this program today. I appreciate all of you. I love you all, and I want to tell you that because you have heard me today, you will never be a candidate for abuse in the name of Jesus Christ. In case anybody has ever abused you, the last time the person did is the last forever. If you are not completely understanding me, just call me. Send me a chat on this my wall. Tell me that you want to see me because you are being abused. I will be there at your doorstep to hear you out and to see what we can do to help you. Like I said, we are still trying to see what can we do to help. We need to rehabilitate Osinachi's children. If you are with me in that, please private chat me. Let's see how can we get those children reoriented, because their father told them that it's so good. Before that news came out, I said it last week Monday on my program here. I said we need to reorientate those children. They need rehabilitation because all their lives they have seen abuse. And when the son started talking last week, he said that their father told them it is good to abuse a woman, that beating a woman is very good. So you can see how demonic that man had been, trying to destroy another generation coming. So please, if you're in that, join me, send me a word, private chat me, send me a DM that I want to be part of that, so that we can help and get these children rehabilitated. And there are so many other people. If you have any other person that you know that is going through this kind of abuse, and you know the children are also in this kind of trauma, please let us know about it. I want to just tell us that whatever we are doing, God is watching and he's going to answer us and he's going to help us deliver these families that are going through these abuses. Somebody I met some years back, over 10 years ago, she hated men because of abuse in her family. She said she watched her father physically abuse the mother until the mother gave up. Nobody fought for the woman, and the woman died. And then the man now repented and was now begging the children, please forgive me, I didn't do it. But that thing affected that lady until tomorrow. She was so much in hatred with men until I counseled her. It was after I counseled her that she was able to start seeing men on a different light, and luckily she was able to decide on marriage and now got married. She has her husband and children now. So I want to tell you, If you open up, we can help you. But if you don't, like Osinachi, we will not be able to help. Thank you so much. See you next week, Monday. Choices is back. I love you all. God bless you. Same time on Monday, 9 a.m. God bless you and happy Easter. Enjoy your day. Bye. I love all of you. Bye.